So if you're a service business, I want to show you an easy way to get a lot more visibility with your Google My Business listing, and something that most of your competitors aren't doing. And that's using the product tab feature in Google My Business. Now, a little trick is, even if you're a service business and you don't sell products, if you have the product tab activated in your listing, you can actually add services as a product in your listing. And the great thing is, the way Google My Business is set up now, products get a lot of visibility in the listing. So let me show you so you can see what I'm talking about. So we're going to click on products, and you can see here I already created several service categories on here. But before we start, just a quick note: most listings will have the product tab feature activated in their listing. There are a few specific types of categories or locations that may not have this feature. Unfortunately, if you don't see the product tab in your listing, you won't be able to use this trick that I'm going to show you. But most businesses, including service businesses, do have the product tab feature activated. So what we're going to do here is, let me click on so I can show you. All we're going to do is, when you're setting this up, Google's going to ask you what category do you want to use. What you're going to do is you're going to click on new category, and you're going to, I already have it set up here, but you're going to type in services. And that will be the category. So the category is services. You're going to add a graphic. I created a custom graphic here. I'll show you where I created that. But you can use a regular stock image, an image that you took. It doesn't matter, any kind of graphic that represents that service that you're offering. And when you scroll down here, you'll have the option to show a price range. It's off by default. Leave that off unless you want to show a price range for the services that you offer. Then you can turn that on and add that price range. You're going to add a product description. You're going to add a button, and you're going to add a link to your service page on your website. And what you're going to do is you're going to list all your services. So you're just going to go down the line and list all your services on here. And what's going to happen is, once you save it, it does take some time to show up in the Google My Business listing. I find it can be anywhere from a couple hours to a couple days. But once it does show, you can see here, it gets a lot of visibility for your Google My Business listing. Right now, it's actually the first section right below your contact information here. So a lot of visibility for these services here. If you click on any one, you'll get a pop-up like this with a link to your service on here. So it's super easy to do. Like I said, just create a service category for your products, add a little graphic on here, and you can get a lot of additional space and visibility on your Google My Business listing that most service business aren't taking advantage of. The way I created this is I use an app called Stencil, getstencil.com, but you can use any one. So I created this. It's just a simple graphic template that I saved, and I add the service on there with the website for the company. But you can use pictures, you can use any kind of graphic that you want. There's lots of free ones out there. Canva.com is one that's a free design where you can design just like this for free. But I'll put a couple links for some options, but they're super easy to make. But like I said, you don't have to go this far. You can just add a picture instead, okay? But it's very easy to do. Products, add your products as services on here, and once you're done, you get a lot of additional free real estate on your Google My Business listing that's going to help you stand out more than your competitors, because pretty much nobody is taking advantage of this feature as far as service businesses go.